In 962, senior American military planners drafted a classified proposal involving fake operations aimed at Cuba, staged incidents, urban disruptions, and engineered maritime crises. Detailed scenarios written on official paper, stamped and routed forward. This was Operation Northwoods, a declassified plan designed to manipulate public perception and provoke military action. 3 years prior, Fidel Castro assumed leadership in Cuba. Washington suddenly lost influence over its close island neighbor. Soviet influence established itself 90 miles off the Florida coastline. Strategists in Washington viewed the situation with deep alarm. In April 1961, the covert paramilitary operation at the Bay of Pigs collapsed completely on the shoreline. Castro remained in power. The outcome embarrassed officials, driving a focused urge inside political circles to respond. Diplomatic sanctions failed. Covert sabotage failed. Military leaders concluded that standard political pressure was no longer sufficient to resolve it. Defense officials increasingly believed that direct intervention was the only definitive solution to neutralize the regional alignment. But launching direct intervention required a compelling justification, a dramatic event that would shape public support immediately. Planning shifts focused on a strategic question. Could an artificial pretext be constructed to gain political consensus? On March 13, 1962, defense officials formalized their ideas into a comprehensive, top-secret planning memo. Authorized by military leadership, the proposal was submitted directly to Defense Secretary Robert for official policy consideration. The paper was designated Operation Northwoods, stored carefully inside confidential archives away from general awareness. The underlying concept was direct. Engineer events to portray regional hostility directed against national interests and citizens. Essentially, design controlled incidents on paper first, and then place full blame on foreign adversaries afterward. The annexed pages outlined multiple options, a structured collection of staged contingencies designed for maximum impact. Proposal 1, staged security incidents near the Guantanamo naval perimeter, including engineered property damage and artificial skirmishes, generating enough documented disturbance to claim external hostility, thereby justifying immediate defensive response options. Proposal 2, disabling a naval vessel near foreign waters, recalling historical incidents to spark national outrage and solidarity. The details would be formatted for international press release immediately, controlling the media narrative from the outset. Option 3, terror on American soil. A so-called Cuban campaign in Miami. Target cities included Miami and Washington, involving staged explosive events, alarming news releases, and controlled public arrests. Consider those concepts carefully. Strategic deception blueprints framed internally, against domestic perceptions and domestic territory. Proposal 4, engineered maritime disruptions targeting migratory vessels, attributing the casualties and distress to external forces. Proposal 5, aerial manipulations involving converted transport aircraft to simulate hostiles intercepting a commercial flight path. Remote-controlled aircraft, painted in official military livery, were to be destroyed remotely, creating unambiguous visual evidence. The underlying rationale was strict. If citizens believed their nation was provoked, sentiment would shift dramatically. Under those conditions, large-scale deployment would appear necessary rather than aggressive to the general public. These plans were not modern theories. They were formal strategic options typed directly for official cabinet-level review. If you analyze historical declassified records to discover official truths, you are following the right channel. Welcome to Mr. Show, exploring documented historical files that remained locked in government archives for decades. Subscribe now, as each upcoming document reveals deeper details than the ones brought to light previously. Here is the critical historical distinction. Hishoi. Operation Northwoods was never executed or approved for implementation. The President John rejected the proposal completely, refusing engineered pretexts as a method for military strategy. In mid-March 1962, executive leadership reviewed the broad foreign policy guidelines regarding regional containment. The response was decisive. The administration would not utilize fabricated operations to generate international conflict. This event highlights two crucial realities. First, top strategic bodies were willing to draft such elaborate deceptions. Under extreme Cold War tension, high-ranking military leaders genuinely considered misleading their own domestic leadership. Second, executive checks were active. The highest civilian office reviewed the proposals and exercised administrative veto power. Reassignments followed eventually, and bureaucratic friction between executive offices and defense leadership became widely discussed. Beyond political speculation, the surviving written documentation remains permanent, precise, and completely accessible for historical review. Northwoods stands as an unexecuted planning document, an illuminating look into how far contingency design extended. It illustrates how close administrative defense concepts came to recommending deliberate social and political manipulation. Just months later, genuine geopolitical peril emerged in October 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Strategic weapons deployments led to naval blockades, creating an intense, real standoff between major international nuclear powers. Irony lies in the timeline. Manufactured pretexts were unnecessary when real strategic risks unfolded shortly afterward. Though the standoff resolved peacefully, the earlier 1962 planning memo remained preserved inside defense files. For decades, public domain research had no access to these records until systemic declassification procedures began. In 1997, archival reviews led to the official release of the complete Operation Northwoods documentation. Non-governmental research groups published the primary sources publicly, verifying the exact text and official signature chains. The release fundamentally altered how historians analyze Cold War strategic planning and institutional decision-making. Not as proof of executed actions, but as evidence of concepts officially drafted within strategic defense departments. What does Operation Northwoods represent when examined purely through verified historical documentation today? A 1962 military proposal seeking public support methods during extreme geopolitical rivalry in the Western Hemisphere. A proposal considering severe domestic and international disruptions to achieve geopolitical objectives near home waters. Executive leadership halted the plan. It remained archived paper until legal declassification ensured public access. History's most impactful ideas do not always arrive through public rhetoric. Sometimes they begin as official memoranda. Was rejecting this plan proof of institutional restraint, or simply a temporary pause in broader, covert strategy? Share your analysis in the comments below. Like this video, and subscribe to Mr. Show for documented history.